both in civil behavior as a doctor, and also as a faith-bearing Muslim, it's very easy to be a doctor. And I usually use this a lot at work. I have no choice but to be a bearer of just the facts. I see green, I say green. So I broke somebody's heart today, telling that the Parkinson's disease does not get cured. I broke somebody's heart last week by telling them that motor neuron disease leads to death. But I always try to take the burning sting out of the pain. I always say, all doctors want to get you better. Don't talk about others. I will die. Now let's talk about contact with illness. So we are the bearers of glad tidings when we get things away, and unfortunately we have the warners, if you like. In other words, we break bad information. Same in Islam. Heaven, glad tidings, and hell, warning. No different from medical practice. And when you see, there is a time the difference between the same tablet that we dish out is the faith with which we have in treating the patient. I believe so. The conviction of care. But we've got to accept the limitations. There's certain things that we just cannot reverse. And then that's the wisdom of recognizing our limitations. The same thing in religion. It's the conviction with which you believe. Why on earth did I study when my dad and mom were not watching me? Because I was convinced. No study, no pass, no clever, no doctor. No doctor, no money, no job, no wife, no children. Last week maybe not so bad, maybe. But I didn't have to see it straight away to be convinced to commit myself. So, no fun, no sin, sure. But then there's hell. I can't see hell. So never mind. Some fun, some sin, no hell. That's the kind of flowchart I kind of convey to you about faith and belief. We do things because we're convinced that there's this thing coming on. Exam, passing, hell, heaven, retribution, exactly. So that was a bit of cognizance, be aware of. Now let's go into something that my children have heard lots of times. Who are we? When we're talking about ourselves as Muslims. What is a Muslim? If you read about the history of Islam and about mankind, you'll find that Allah was the same as small a, small l, big L, small a, small h. As in Allah and Al-Uzza, all the different gods that they call. But we know Allah as capital A, the one true God that we profess to. The same concept in calling a person a Muslim. I'm a Muslim, my birth certificate says so, my father said I'm a Muslim, all the people in this community recognize me as a Muslim, I'm a Muslim. Why am I? As far as God is concerned, on the day of judgment, his certificate and passport of declaration is what matters. Not my birth certificate here, my passport here. That's the capital Muslim, the specific Muslim that we're thinking of. But the generic Muslim, as described in the Quran, as described in Islamic theology, is anything that follows the nature and dictates of God. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. That's the nature of the sun. The way it must work. So scientists call it nature, those with faith call it Muslim. Muslim meaning atur pada kehendak Tuhan, mengikut apa yang Tuhan tetapkan pada laksana begitu. The leaf will grow, the cloud will grow from a bud and turn into red, and from red it will become dry and fall. It has to follow the sequence. This sequence is following a natural flow of nature. Muslim. That's the meaning of Muslim. Generic Muslim. Okay? And when somebody who is, by our eyes, recognized as not professing the faith of Muhammad and Allah, then professes the faith of Muhammad and Allah, most of us say he converts to Islam. But you know what the people in missionary work in Islam say? They revert to Islam. Why? Because we believe in this concept. Everybody is born Muslim. Not that you're born to profess to Muhammad and Allah, but you're born to follow the nature of conduct as dictated by a certain force. The scientists believe in nature, I believe in God. Hence, Muslim. That's why we don't say convert to Islam, we say revert to Islam. So who is a Muslim? Somebody who practices Islam. It's very simple. Islam is not difficult. Method is more difficult. Especially when the examiners are not in your paper. Two big pillars that you have to pay. The pillars of Islam and the pillars of faith. The pillars of Islam profess recognition of God and His Prophet, pray 5 times a day, pay health, zakat, fast, saum, and for those who fulfill the criteria, go on a holy pilgrimage to Makkah during the defined period, following the defined rules. Doing all that satisfies the pillars of Islam, capital Muslim, M. And pillars of faith, belief. Believe there's God, believe there are angels, believe that these are the books of God. The Quran, the Bible in its original form. Believe in prophets. Believe on a day of judgment where we all die, there's resurrection and we answer for it. And believe in preordainment. God has knowledge and willful influence on everything. But, preordainment, I cross the road in God's hands. Don't look left, don't look right. Preordainment. I pass my exam God's way. No! Preordainment means effort first. Definition of tawakkal. Effort first. Then pray hard. Look left, look right. Effort. No car, cross the road. Leave it in the hands of God. Don't look left, don't look right. Leave it in the hands of God. Your body in the hands of the caretaker. Undertaker. Next slide, please. Now, I put this slide up to stress to you, when we're talking about the pillars of faith, it's everything about belief, 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 and belief. Faith is extremely important for human existence. At least you have a meaningful life. Next slide, please. So I've taken you down this road of defining what I feel a Muslim is, not original, but from my appraisal of the way things are in this world today, and my exposure to the future. And if we're going to be Haniffah, we're going to be viceroys, we're going to be ambassadors, then we'll have to conduct ourselves appropriate to what we stand for. In appearance, in speech, in action, and appropriate to where we are in the environment that we work in, at work and in social life. And you cannot shy away from the fact that you want to be a doctor, you've got to behave like a doctor. You know, you can't be, cannot be Chief Justice to be viewing a house. Sort of, specific. So you have to work appropriate to the scenario and environment you're in. And you cannot do this unless you're trained to do it and unless you have the appropriate knowledge. So in another slide I want to actually add here, it's not just knowledge, it's actually knowledge, exposure, practice and habit, and lust can be good and can be bad. So we've got to think about how am I going to function at work. Okay, as a doctor, one. But number two, I did my fellowship in Sydney, in neurophysiology. And if you protest after that, no, please stay. It's not lecture. Anybody offended by baby crying? Anybody? Anybody there be offended? Okay. So, at the height of Islamic fundamentalism and Islamophobia, doing an elective in another country with the name of Haniffah had its problems. Yeah? A is going off to pray in the afternoon, fundamentalist. A is going off to pray in the evening, extremism. So, A doesn't shame. Oh, his Buddha.